Hello everyone. Today I'm going to discuss with you the anatomy and physiology of digestive system. So in this I am going to divide the whole system in few lectures, and today I'm going to start with lecture number 1. So in this lecture we will study about the introduction, overview of the GI system, its functions, process of digestion, as well as the layers of the GI tract. So starting with the introduction part, it says food is required by the body for cell formation. So food is broken down in small particles, absorbed by a digestive system, and nutrients are used by the cells. So all the organs involved in this process compose the digestive system. There are two terminologies related to this. So first one is gastroenterology. It is the study of structures, functions and disorders of digestive tract, which constitutes the upper end of the system. And the second is proctology. It is the study of the lower end, that is the rectum and the anus. Coming on to the organization of the GI system, so there are two major sections of the digestive system that perform various processes required to prepare food, and these processes are like chewing, swallowing, etc. So GI tube is open at both the end. So what I mean is, starting from the mouth till the anus, both the ends are open. So there are two group of organs that compose the GI system. In this, first one includes the GI tract and second one are the accessory organs. So GI tract are the main organs, like it can consist of mouth, esophagus, stomach, small intestine and large intestine. Whereas accessory organs, so these are the extra organs, but they are not the direct part of the GI tract, but they are also needful and helpful for the GI tract. So the accessory organs include the teeth, tongue, salivary glands, liver, gallbladder and pancreas. Length of the GI tract is about 5 to 7 meters, around 16.5 to 23 feet in a living person, and it is longer in a cadaver. So cadaver is basically a dead body. So in the dead person it is about 7 to 9 meters or 23 to 29.5 feet. Now you can ask me why it is more in a dead person as compared to a living person. The reason behind that is muscles along the wall of the GI tract in the dead body, they lose their tone. Because of that losing tone, the length increases. Here you can see the overview of the GI tract. So in this, starting from the mouth, so the functions of mouth include biting of the food, then chewing of the food with the help of teeth and swallowing of the food. Second, pharynx and esophagus, that helps to transfer the food. Third is stomach, which carries out mechanical digestion as well as the chemical digestion. Then small intestine, which also helps in the mechanical digestion plus absorption. Absorption takes place in the small intestine but not in the stomach. Large intestine, it absorbs electrolytes and vitamins, that is vitamin B and vitamin K. Rectum and anus, which helps in defecation. So defecation is basically passing of the stool. Coming on to the process of digestion. So digestion includes 6 basic processes, starting from ingestion, secretion, mixing and propulsion, digestion, absorption and defecation. So in total there are 6 processes of digestion. Then ingestion means it is intake of the food we are eating, it means ingestion. Second is secretion. Almost 7 liters of water, acid, buffers and enzymes are secreted into the lumen by cells of the GI tract. So secretion is the release by cells within the walls of the GI tract and accessory organs. Third is mixing and propulsion. Alternating contractions and relaxations of the smooth muscles mix the food and secretions and propel them towards the anus. Next is digestion. Two types of digestion basically takes place. One is mechanical digestion and other is chemical digestion. So mechanical digestion, as the name suggests, teeth cut and grind the food particles before it is swallowed inside. So food particles, they are mixed with the digestive enzymes. Coming on to the chemical digestion, complex molecules like carbohydrates, lipids, proteins and nucleic acids are split into smaller molecules. Digestive enzymes produced by salivary glands, tongue, stomach, pancreas and small intestine, they catalyze these reactions, means they increase this reaction. Next is absorption. So the next process is absorption. The ingested food is absorbed in the epithelial cell lining, okay, lining of the GI tract basically. And the last one is defecation, that is the passage of the feces or the stool. So the waste, indigestible substances, bacteria, cells which are not absorbed by the GI tract, they are excreted in the stool as a waste products. Coming on to the layers of the GI tract, it consists of four layered arrangement of the tissue from deep to superficial as mucosa, submucosa, muscularis and serosa. So in this diagram, you can see the layers of the GI tract, all the four layers from inside to outside, starting from mucosal layer ending till the serosal layer. Starting with the innermost layer, that is mucosa, it further consists of three layers. One is epithelium, that is again the innermost, lamina propria and muscularis mucosae. So these three layers, epithelium, lamina propria and muscularis mucosae, these are the parts of mucosa only. That is the first layer of the GI tract. So coming on to the epithelium, it consists of non-keratinized stratified squamous epithelium that is present in the mouth, esophagus and anus. So this non-keratinized stratified squamous epithelium, it helps to maintain tough GI tract. So because food we are eating, that food is not soft. We are eating some hard substances also. So first of all, those hard substances, they come in contact with the mouth, esophagus and waste products, they come out through the anus. So that is why it is made up of non-keratinized stratified squamous epithelium. And one thing more which you have to learn is every 5 to 7 days the GI epithelial cells, they slough off and are replaced by the new cells. So simple columnar epithelium is present in rest of the GI tract, and it also, this epithelium, it contains various cells which helps in the secretion of enzymes and absorbs nutrients. Specialized cells, that is the goblet cells, are present in the epithelium which help to secrete mucus, and there are another type of cells known as enteroendocrine cells that secrete various hormones to control the organ functioning. Second layer in the mucosa is lamina propria. So nutrients absorbed into the GI tract reach other tissues of the body, and it is a thin layer of the loose connective tissue. Lamina propria contains blood vessels as well as lymphatic tissue, basically the malt cells, that is mucus associated lymphatic tissue is present. So it is basically present in the tonsils, small intestine, appendix and the large intestine where most of the phagocytosis takes place. So this is regarding the lamina propria. Next is muscularis mucosa. So this is the thin layer of the smooth muscles and it causes folds. This muscularis mucosa, basically it folds the mucosal layer and increases the local movement as well as absorption with exposure to the new nutrients. So basically this muscularis mucosa layer helps to increase the absorption of the nutrients. So in this diagram you can see mucosa associated lymphatic tissue present in the lamina propria, as well as you can also see the three layers of mucosa, that is the number one is epithelium, second one is lamina propria and third is muscularis mucosa. So all the three layers are clearly shown in this figure. Moving to the next part, that is the submucosa. It consists of areolar connective tissue. It is connection between mucosa and muscularis layer. It contains extensive set of neurons in the submucosal plexus called plexus of Meissner, and also contains the blood as well as the lymphatic vessels. Now the third layer, that is the muscularis layer. So this layer is made up of skeletal muscles which have voluntary control and are present in the mouth, pharynx, upper esophagus as well as the anus. So in these areas we have control. We can decide whether we want the food to get inside or not. Similarly, it controls the swallowing as well as defecation also. So smooth muscles, that are the involuntary muscles, or they have involuntary control. They consist of inner circular fibers and outer longitudinal fibers. They help in mixing, crushing and propels the food along with the peristalsis. So the rest of the GI tract except the mouth, pharynx, upper esophagus, anus, rest all contains the smooth muscles. So neurons are also present in the muscularis layer called mesenteric plexus, also known as aerobex plexus. Here in this diagram you can see the muscularis layer as well as the mesenteric plexus also. Coming on to serosa, it is the superficial layer and it is composed of areolar connective tissue and simple squamous epithelium. Serosa is also known as visceral peritoneum because it forms outer portion of the peritoneum. So in the diagram again you can see the serosa layer. Alright, so it is the outermost layer that is present in the GI tract. I am going to end this lecture at the layers of the GI tract, and rest of the GI system we will continue in our next lecture. Thank you.